3 minutes after 5 o'clock, and I don't know if there's a more fitting theme, I think, for to introduce this man right now. Oh, that Darth Vader Imperial March right here. And the president and general manager of the Toronto Maple Leafs, Brian Burke, in the house here on Cybulski and Company. Thank you so much for coming in today. I really appreciate this.
Thanks for having me on.
You know, when I worked in Vancouver and we were both out there at the same time, I can remember days at GM Place. You know, you would roll into town on your Harley. You'd walk in, you'd had your helmet on, had the jeans, had the leather bomber jacket going. It was almost like a spike on top of the helmet. You rolled in, then you pulled your Clark Kent to Superman mode, come out, and you had your suit on. You get the suit on, you still had the tie loosened up. How did you get here today? Did you take a Harley here?
Is there a question in here somewhere?
That's what I'm asking. How did you get? Do you still ride a Harley?
No, I sold my Harley. I'm not going to get another one until we make the playoffs, which will hopefully be next spring.
Next spring.
Yeah.
Is that like a self-denial thing?
Yeah. The one I had, I dropped. I had a pretty good spill on the whole Princeton Highway, and
did you really?
Yeah. So I sold it, and I'm not going to get another one until we make the playoffs.
Injuries or anything like that? Or
yeah.
What happened?
Got banged up. Human error.
Yeah. And wow. And did you ever learn how to tie up a tie?
I know how to tie up a tie.
Do you actually tie it up in the morning, Brian?
Well, I don't tie it up until I have to. If I'm doing media stuff or if it's a game day and I don't have to do any media stuff, I just leave it unknotted, untied around, and then you see up there, it's hanging loose. I don't tie it up to I don't button my collar. It's a 17.5-inch neck, and it's annoying. So
you never actually button up?
Rarely.
Okay.
Rarely. I do know how to tie a tie.
You do know how to tie a tie. You know, it's funny enough that TSN just ran like some video of you at the same time right now, and all those pictures.
Well, I'll tell you a story. When I went on my recruiting trip, when I was a senior in high school, I went out to visit Providence College, and I didn't know how to tie a tie, so I tore a page out of a boys' magazine, and it had how to tie a half Windsor knot. And that's how I get up in the morning, and before I went and meet with coaches, I would look at this thing and tie my tie. And there was a basketball recruit that stayed in the same dorm room that I was in at Providence. I went to bed. I had the room to myself. I woke up, and there's a guy in the bed on the other side of the room. And he said, it's kind of unnerving.
Yeah, no kidding.
He said, what are you doing? I said, I'm putting on a tie. And he's like, you don't need to put on a tie. They're recruiting you. They got to come after you. I'm like, hey, you've never seen me play. I need to put this tie on.
You got to sell this, baby. You got to sell this, baby.
So I tied the tie with this little diagram I took out of this magazine and went and ended up playing 4 years there.
And the rest was history.